Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Tuesday, July 21st, and it is officially talking season for college football as the SEC Media Days are taking place in Tampa this week. We'll go over who the Hogs are taking, what we want to hear from Ryan Silverfield, and all things Razorback football. It's getting close. Razorback basketball roster is officially, finally finalized after all this time of speculating. We'll go over the latest with the commitment of Caleb or Ragu, I think. And we will discuss.
I've been saying Oregon.
Well, I was saying it Oregon. Then I heard somebody say it a different way, and I've already forgot what it is. So.
I'm just going Oregon, but instead of gun, it's good.
There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about his commitment and all the latest happenings on the national sports scene, which there is a lot after taking a week off last week. Andrew, how has your last 2 weeks been, my brother?
Probably not as good as yours if you were at the beach, but no, it was good. I had one of my really good buddies, TJ, who you've met at the wedding, and known him for 20 years now, but he brought his family up last week, and his wife. So he's from like Southwest Arkansas. His wife's from Dallas. The only parts of Arkansas that she has seen is his hometown of Delight, Arkadelphia, and the biggest town of Arkansas she's seen is Hot Springs. So she's never seen Northwest Arkansas or even Little Rock or anything. So,
wow.
So we've been trying to recruit him to move up here, and as we're speaking, I just got my master's to climb.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for my email all day because my friends have been getting them.
Yeah, I literally just got it. Let me just make sure that I did get declined and not accepted.
I have not received my email yet. I'm still holding out hope for my master's tickets.
Unfortunately, your entry was not selected this year. So
no.
The tradition, unlike any other, still stands.
Still stands.
Anyway, so I just had to throw that in because I just got it.
No, I've been waiting. I've been waiting all day. I've been refreshing after refreshing.
I've had several friends text me theirs, and I was like, "Is it a good sign if I haven't gotten it yet?"
Obviously not. Now
turns out they don't just send it all at once. They break people's hearts one by one. But anyway, so yeah, we've been trying to recruit them to come up here to move, and so she was like very against it because it's all the only part of Arkansas she's seen. And so they came up, spent the better part of a week with us, and so it was a good time. It was a good time. So
nice.
So how was the beach?
Oh, it's not vacation when you have 3 kids. There's nothing vacation about vacation when you have 3 children. Especially when you're on the beach and there's so many opportunities to drown. Like, it's one thing to like go to the theme park or go to the zoo. No, when there's so much life and death involved every day, there's no vacationing. And so it's just a constant chore. But no, it was great, man. It was great. It's our favorite place. We get to go every year. Very blessed, very lucky. Ate like kings. So we went to this new restaurant on 38th. It's called Ambrosia.
Okay.
Top 2 or 3 meal I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Unbelievable.
Okay.
They had this appetizer called the butcher bacon rack, and I was like, "Tell me more." For $44, and they bring this rack of bacon, this 5 different slices hanging from like clothespin type deals, hanging down, and they're all 5 flavored differently. Dude, it was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. There's these 5 huge pieces of bacon.
Better be 5 strips of bacon for $44.
Yeah, dude, that's the kind of restaurant this was.
$9 a slice.
Yeah, but it was. We've never seen anything like it. They brought you little scissors, so you cut off a little piece and try each one. It was very high end. I had elk chops at that place for my
I
meal.
love elk.
Dude, it was unbelievable. Never
Florida's not the place I would expect to get elk, but
well,
continue.
yeah, this I don't know where they get it shipped in from, but it was
Mm-hmm.
unbelievable. Um, and then just, I mean, just the whole spread. I mean, just we got like 5 appetizers, all the main courses, 5 desserts. I mean, sides. I mean, it was just a really, 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 really nice experience. But yeah, we ate like kings. We always do when we go down there. But this place was something else. It was
Ambrosia. I'll have to write that
ambrosia.
one down.
Next time you go to 30A or
Okay.
that area of the country,
Brooke
it's a
was
must.
Brooke was trying to get me to go on a last minute beach trip this year because she's on maternity leave for another 3 weeks.
Oh, let's do it.
She was like, let's just do a last minute beach trip. She's like, flights are pretty cheap. We can get down there. We can just stay like a condo on the beach. And I was like, a 5-year-old, a brand new 2-year-old,
Yeah,
and a 4-month-old. I was
yeah.
like, with just us and like no other help. I was like, that sounds,
They could stay with the grandparents. Leave them in Northwest Arkansas.
yeah, it's a it's a tall ask right now.
No, it was awesome though, because like I said, I got my middle one able to swim, so in the pool and stuff, like didn't even have to worry
Yeah,
about him at all. So that was nice. But yeah, I mean, I got a 1.5-year old. You got a two little ones, and
yeah.
dude, it's always something, man. You got to
I'm
have your
intrigued about
eyes
this
on them,
ambrosia though, this bacon
dude.
rack or
Dude,
whatever.
it was
So
yeah, dude. It was unbelievable. It was.
okay,
I mean, it was similar vibes like a Ruth Chris, you know, like
okay,
um my sister-in-law got a martini and it was like half drank and they brought her a new fresh cold martini glass like halfway through a martini to pour her other martini in to keep it cold. It was that kind of place.
let's
Like
go.
without even asking. So I've never seen that. Um but yeah, it was great. Trip home was a grind. We left at 5 a.m. and pulled in about 8 p.m. on this past Saturday. So that's always a long day on the grind
Yes,
back from the Gulf. But anyways, we were on the Gulf last week, and the SEC football coaches have taken over the Gulf this week.
yep.
They have embarked to Tampa for SEC media days. Does that mean football season is here, Andrew? Is football season officially here now that
We're
SEC
uh
media
we're
days?
we're inside of 50 days. So we're you got the World Cup out of the way, you got the uh MLB All-Star game out of the way and home run derby.
Golf's pretty much over.
Shout out Jordan Walker,
Yeah, yeah.
St. Louis Cardinal winning the home run derby. But yeah, once you get to here, you're kind of the last major's been played. You're kind of we're sights are set on football now. So
Yeah,
time to get up.
it's really even when there's no excitement about football, which right now within the Arkansas fan base, I've never seen it this blah. Like
Oh,
people
same.
aren't negative, people aren't positive, like people just don't care.
Yeah.
I've never seen it this way. And
Yeah.
I'm guilty. But when I saw Brent Venables and our boy Eli Drinkwitz on the podium today, I was like, it's football season.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
kind of got me excited a little bit. So
Yeah.
those are the only two I got to watch today. But yeah, man, I think regardless, we'll get into all of it later, later episodes. But football, man, it's too precious not to enjoy it, even when it's not when your team stinks or when there's no excitement. Like I don't know who that first big game is on week 1. I guess LSU and Clemson play again. I think. Like
Okay.
dude, when that game comes on, dude, I'm gonna be so ready, dude. I can't
Oh,
wait for football.
yeah. I mean, football is king. I mean, we live in the South, so football reigns supreme. Even if you know right now our program is not in the place we want it to be, but I mean, you're still watching SEC football. I mean, I've mentioned it on here multiple times. There's no greater feeling than a crisp fall morning and game day on a
Yeah,
Saturday morning.
yeah.
It's yeah. So I mean, there's a lot to be excited about, and I mean, I'm still gonna sit and watch every single Razorback game. So football game.
Proud
So
season ticket holder.
that's true. Um, yeah. I don't know if proud is the right word, but remaining season ticket holder for this year anyway. So
Yeah.
um no, yeah, it's gonna be good. I do enjoy I worked from home today and just had SEC media days on all day, and so I got to see everybody. I saw a little bit of everybody. I didn't see everybody's full interview, but I saw Drink, I saw Venables, a little bit of Josh Heupel, and a little bit of Will
Will
Stein.
Stein.
Uh,
I want to go back
so
and watch Will Stein's because I want to see what kind of vibes he's putting off.
he
People,
he threw a
he,
he threw a pretty big quote out today. Somebody asked him like, what makes you like, what made you take this job, and what makes you think that you could turn Kentucky football around? And he was like, to be real honest with you, it's me. I can turn the program around because I know what I'm about, or something like that. But that was how he answered
bet
it.
on yourself. Bet on
Yeah.
yourself.
So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was a hot thing, everybody, all of Arkansas people were wish listing Will Stein, when he was obviously probably not even, I don't know if we talked to him or not, but nobody even knew what he looked like. They just knew he was a OC at Oregon,
Hmm.
like, and so
Yeah.
he was a hot commodity. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and watch his. Um,
I think at the time during the coaching search, I think we would have taken just almost anybody other
oh
than
yeah,
Ryan
he
Silverfield.
he
So
was on a couple of our. I know he was on my list when we were doing those graphics. I put
yeah,
Will Stein on there a couple times. So
yeah.
uh, Hogs go on Thursday, so we still have a few days till Coach
Last day,
Silverfield and the.
which
So here's
most
the deal.
years,
I was gonna say, here's the deal. It's the last day. Most years, the last day, the crowd thins out, right? And
it's like nobody
especially,
there.
especially if you're Arkansas and you're not very good, there's no excitement. But they're sandwiched in between LSU and Texas.
Yeah.
So I got a feeling there's gonna be a lot of people in the room. Um, let me ask you this: is what does Ryan Silverfield need to get up there and do or portray or his persona or his vibe to maybe shift the narrative a little bit of all the negativity, not really surrounding our program, but surrounding him?
Hmm.
Um, is there anything he can do? Like, because we know how he talks, we know how, he's not real, he doesn't have very many catchy lines, and he's kind of politically correct. I mean, what in your opinion, what do you want to see from him to maybe just get you a little excited or little amped up for football?
Yeah. Well, he needs to come out very confident and very assuring that we are here to make a statement in the SEC, and that he's coming to change the narrative of how it's been the last few years, um and just kind of do a reset, and really just instill confidence up there. And let's not do, I feel like in a lot of his interviews there's a lot of coach speak and a
All
lot
of
of
them,
like
all of them.
uh it's just a lot of coach speak, a lot of generic statements, like, answering the question without really answering the question. And like, so I want him to instill confidence. Like, have you seen, he's been getting roasted on social media they did like their press
Dude,
release this
I
week.
actually have it ready to
He's,
pull up. Like
and
if
he's
we
got like
if we
his
want to pull it up, I mean,
and they, and it's not local, it's national college football pages calling him like a tire salesman, and like just
yeah. One guy said, "Welcome to Discount Tire. How may I help you?"
yes, yeah, it just does, like, another uh like national media page said like zero aura
Yeah,
with the, yeah. So I mean, and what do we got? We got like a little toy Razorback back here. It's not even a real hog hat back there. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
I
I
just,
hate listen, I hate to come on a rail on the guy. He is who he is. It's not his fault. But
yeah.
there's just no charisma. There's no swag. There's
Hmm.
no vibes. There's no aura. Do I care about any of that if he can go out and win football games? No.
And
But
that was my next point. I was like, you go out and win 7 games this year in year one. You don't have to have any aura. I don't care. But yeah, this is just,
I mean, why would they even post this picture?
dude.
I
I
mean,
mean, like
it
we
looks
look
like
like
it
we're
looks like your local high school math teacher on his yearbook picture.
well, and I mean, like, let's just look at the stuff around. It looks like we just went to like the closet at whatever Razorback Stadium's called now, and just pulled some things out that we've had back there forever. We're just gonna set some things out and just sit them in a dark room. I don't know. I All this is forgiven if we win some games, but it's just where we're at right now. I just feel like we need to be trying a lot harder to not be a laughing stock, and it's just
Yeah,
we're just not doing some of those things. So, but I mean, look, we've said multiple times we're gonna give this guy every fair chance
absolutely.
that we possibly can. I hope we win every single game that we set out to go play. But I I just wish some of the things he's done some things great. Like he's gotten some of the in-state guys to commit. He's apparently and a buddy of and I were talking about this earlier this week. We were like, look, I'm not believing any of the local media people anymore because for every fall it's the same. It's like, oh, secondary is so much improved over last year. Or like this is the best linebacking core we've had in 10 years. Or offensive line looks really good in fall camp, and then we come out and we're awful. And so I'm like, I don't want to. I was like, I'm done believing him until it's proven to me on the field. But according to a lot of the local people, he's doing a great job fundraising and doing that kind of thing and getting donors to believe in the program. Whether
Yeah,
that's true or not, we'll see. But so he is, I mean, I'd say he is doing according to people's things right, but it's just these kind of things you hate to see it, especially when our program is the way it is at the moment. You just you just don't need basically you just don't need anything to pile on what's already
yeah.
what's already going on. So um but
I mean,
very
we've
long
we've
way.
already talked about how every quote unquote social media ranking has him as the last ranked football coach in the
Hmm.
SEC, every one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whether that's true or not, whether those rankings they don't mean anything except for the relevance of your program.
Hmm.
Like even Sam Pittman was nowhere near on those polls. He was like usually number 12 or 13, like he went
Yeah.
16. And
Yeah.
so that's what's concerning is, you know, once again, he hadn't coached a game yet, and he's done some good things with the recruiting and the fundraising. He has done some good things. We think he hired a pretty good staff, probably, but
He better
you,
have. There's 40 coaches on staff,
right,
so
right.
I
But
don't
you
I
got
don't know
you
the
got to
actual
be
number. I
able
just know
to
we got
you got to
multiple.
be able to get in front of the national media and not be made fun of all the time.
Hmm.
And that's his job. And we'll see, we'll see. Um,
Yeah, basically number one, just don't embarrass yourself.
yeah,
So let's not make audio to put with the pictures that we just showed. Let's not give audio sound bites that are gonna instill the same confidence that those pictures did. Let's come out very confident. Let's come out, you know, just assuring that we're here to make a statement in the SEC that we're not what most people are. I think the over under for the betting line right now, you could tell me more than me, but it's like 4.5
which is
win.
crazy to me.
Yeah, and a
Crazy.
lot of people are betting the under on that apparently.
Oh no, yeah, a
So
ton of people are because it's really juiced to the under now. I couldn't believe it came out at 4.5. I thought it'd be 3.5, maybe even 2.5. And it came out at
Yeah.
4.5, and it's just been getting hammered the last time I looked.
Yeah.
To
Well,
to to the under.
let's instill some confidence that we're going to be over that for sure. So,
And obviously, we're almost to August, people. We'll give our game by game predictions, and we'll do all that fun
try to do better
stuff.
than last year.
Yeah, yeah, we're not the only ones who screwed the pooch on last year's though. So, but
In our defense though, I mean, like, we were hoping that, I mean, we were kind of basing our predictions and stuff off of that. People that know a lot more than we do about football were making the
yeah,
correct decisions on bringing Sam Pittman back,
yeah,
which I did say on the very first podcast, the inaugural episode, that we should not have brought him back.
yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
But yeah, we'll do all that. We'll do our predictions. We're gonna start some position breakdowns on our first episode in August. So that's not next episode, but the one after. We'll start breaking down some positions and going over, some of the guys at each position and who to look out for and what they've done at their previous schools, and trying to build some excitement, trying to build some energy for football season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just pulled this up. You can get under 4.5 wins for Arkansas, minus 195. So you got to pay 2-1 to and so that's a huge number, because they usually, most of the time, they come out minus 110 on each side.
Mm-hmm.
And then whichever way the money comes in, they juice it, to because that's where all the money's at, and they want to get some money on the other side. For us, over 4.5 wins is plus 165. So, you can win 165 for every 100 you bet on the over. But yeah, 4.5 is crazy. I don't know. I have not turned on a local sports talk show this summer yet. So I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what the talking heads are saying. You maybe have listened to it.
I've listened a little bit, and it's mostly been about basketball. Not even talking football. We're just ready for November.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, Hogs are taking Quincy Rhodes, no surprise, Caden Kittler, and Sutton Smith, running back transferred from Memphis. So we're taking.
I also say that I already have a problem with it. I'll let you continue, but I already have a problem with who we're taking.
Okay, we're gonna get there. Quincy Rhodes, I feel like, is our best player on the other side of the ball, without a doubt. I don't think anybody can argue that. If you can, get in the comments. Caden Kittler, returning starting center. Really important position, obviously. Arguably the third most important position on the offense, behind quarterback and left tackle. And then Sutton Smith, running back from Memphis, that came with Silverfield. Supposedly pretty sought after running back in the portal. Don't know. Had a good year, didn't have a great year. Had like 700 rushing yards at Memphis this year, but
were 400 of those against us?
Yeah, I think like 170 maybe.
Okay.
But anyways, who do you think we should have taken to SEC Media Days?
All right, let me just start off with this. Like, we need to try to make a splat. Like, again, we just talked about these pictures that they just released, and it's already getting blasted on the internet. You're needing to make a splash in your first year at Media Days with your new school, SEC Media Days. Like, Quincy Rhodes, no-brainer. First person you should have taken. Secondly, I like, great returning center, fantastic, but not a single person is going to care who that is and to interview them. Like let's get some people that are bringing some excitement, some fun, and then to bring. Look, I don't know a thing about Sutton Smith other than that he came with Silverfield from Memphis. But to me, that's a slap in Braylon Russell's face, who's been here and been a tried and true Arkansas kid. Well, you could say tried and true. He,
Yeah.
regardless of how it's happened, he stayed at Arkansas. Uh, and it's an Arkansas kid. And then third of all, I know I've said it till I blew in the face on this podcast that the most impressive kid that I have ever seen, uh, like a college Division I athlete, most impressive one that I've ever talked to is KJ Jackson, who all the local media, whether right, wrong, and different, say that barring some crazy miracle, should be the starting quarterback. And I get not wanting to disclose like who the quarterback's going to be, but I've heard it may have been Houston Nutt a while back saying like, look, if you don't have a quarterback going into fall camp, like as the guy, then you don't have a quarterback for the team. Like I think we should have had a quarterback coming out of spring camp personally, so that going into the season, it's not like because again, not a Division I athlete, barely a high school athlete, but from what I've heard, like you can divide the team when you don't have a quarterback name, especially with all these incoming transfers. That there's guys that'll mix well with one quarterback, and then other guys that'll mix well with another quarterback, and I don't know. In my opinion, I think we would have been further along or better off as a program having named a quarterback going in. And again, there's not a more impressive kid that I've heard speak or met or talked to than KJ Jackson. If he's going to be the starting quarterback, which I think he should be, but I think there's a little bias to AJ Hill since they brought him from Memphis. Anyway, I know I've said all this before, but in my opinion, we should have brought Quincy Rhodes, KJ Jackson, Braylon Russell. That's my opinion. I think that would have given you the most excitement, impressive coming off the bus. Like they would have all, I think they would have all dressed pretty well. Which is like what they talk. I mean, again, it all goes back to just let's be relevant.
Yeah.
Like nobody's being like, oh, did you see the Arkansas brought their returning center from a 2-10 team last year to media days? Or a running back that was with Ryan Silverfield at Memphis, who you also don't know. Quincy Rhodes will get plenty of pub because he's going to be an all SEC preseason all SEC guy. But like, I don't know. Just I feel like we're not doing the things to try to rebuild and rebrand a program that's in the depths. And I know I've talked a lot, so please give me your 2
No,
cents.
no, I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of with you. I just he's trying to walk a fine line, I think, of the energy and the buzz and the excitement, and then just like trying to reward the kids who he thinks done the right thing in practice and have, earned the leadership or the captain role or whatever.
And let me say, I'm not saying that. What's the center's name?
Caden
Yeah,
Killer.
okay, see, I don't even know, but I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to go.
No, yeah, no, for sure.
I'm just saying there's not going to
Yeah,
be any buzz around it.
no,
Nobody's
for
going to be
sure.
talking about, especially wedged in between LSU and Texas.
Yeah,
Like they're going to be, Dari Oak is going to be like, all right, let's get Arkansas in and out.
yeah.
Like, because
uh,
there's not going to be any buzz about it. And so I just think you should have brought guys with a little like that would have. And I think, and again, I know he's not wanting to disclose quarterbacks because he's got a quarterback controversy, which in his mind he very well may. But that's just my 2 cents
he has to be
on.
careful. I think he's playing the long game. He's be like, hey, if you act right, if you do this, if you work hard, if you, are coachable, lead by example, you get rewarded by going to media days. And I'm sure Kittler's done all that or he wouldn't be there.
Right. Yeah.
But like there is no long game anymore. In
Yeah.
today's era of football, there's no long game. You got the transfer portal, you got the NIL. You can build a team faster than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, 10 years ago, when you were still doing it with in-state recruits and freshmen and no transfer portal, yeah, you show those younger guys, hey, we're going to reward this guy,
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I'm kind of torn on it. I mean, I'm kind of in the middle. I think you definitely should have done one or the other. Like, I think Braylon Russell would have been a great bring. He's been making the local media news rounds lately, and he's lost a lot of weight. And he's talking about how much he's changed his mentality and his attitude and his work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there would have been a lot of question. I think he would have got a lot of buzz. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I mean, yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited to watch him and see what they have to say. Hopefully he doesn't sit up there and play all the coach speak, and hopefully he gives us something to talk about next week on the pod. Some one liners. Some. Uh, is there any chance the Hogs are not 16th in the preseason media poll that comes out at the end of the week? Can we not be dead last?
I mean, Vanderbilt's not going to be last or even in the bottom three, I don't think.
I
I
think
mean,
it's between us and Kentucky, I think.
is
I think
Mississippi State that much better than us?
well, they were 5-7 last year, and they got. I mean, I don't know if I
Okay.
don't know. I don't think they're that much better than us, but I think they got a little more
Yeah.
respect in the media. Um,
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's probably us. And I honestly, it'll probably be whoever had a more impressive. Is it? I mean, Does it come out of this media days? Is where it
yeah,
comes from?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The media
Honest,
that's there. You
honestly,
know,
it'll probably be who's more impressive at media days between Will Stein and Ryan Silverfield.
that doesn't make me feel good.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I would assume just be picked last over 15th. Like that way. I mean, as a coach, he's gonna use it no matter whether we're 15th or 16th. He's gonna use it.
yeah. Oh, I'd rather be 16th to 15th because at
Yeah,
least it gives you something to.
just be
You
like,
can
hey,
only
yeah,
look. You can improve off of last place. You can't.
that's right.
If you finish last, you were picked last.
That's right.
If
That's
you
right.
finish 15th, you were picked last.
Yeah, you can still finish worse than 15th.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, anyways, football's here. I'm excited. I didn't think I'd ever be excited. I'm not as excited as I usually am, but whenever I saw media days today, it kind of got me going a little bit. So, um, anyways, we will react to everything next week that we hear from Ryan Silverfield and the boys Thursday at SEC Media Days, and we'll have the poll. We'll be able to react to the first preseason poll of the year. Um, Hopefully, Quincy Rhodes makes preseason All SEC. I'm assuming it'll probably be second team because I don't think we'll get anybody first team just because of where we're at right now. But
Yeah.
uh, anyways, basketball news. As we said earlier, Caleb
Oregon.
Origu, according to Andrew, commit 6'11", 245. We talked about him a lot. Um, we don't have any 245s on our roster. He officially has not said he's reclassing, but I think it's pretty much well known that he's going to reclass to this year's team. And so got our fifth or sixth big man, our eighth freshman, Andrew, our eighth freshman to only pile on to the number one recruiting class in the country. We go out and add Davion Thompson a couple weeks ago, and now Caleb Origu. Um, 8 freshmen. That's the old Cal way. So
Yeah, it's a bold strategy in today's game, Cotton. But we'll see how it works out. I mean, look, like I've said, we're gonna be fun to watch, and we're
yeah,
gonna be relevant.
very fun to
So,
watch. Very fun to watch.
this team especially, I mean, we'll be better defensively.
Yeah.
We'll be longer. So we'll
And
see.
we'll get a sneak preview here as they go to the Bahamas here in
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of that's televised or streamed online. Maybe.
I
Hopefully,
think
there's some
last
kind of
time wasn't it
stream.
on like one of those weird things like they do for baseball earlier in the year? I think it was something like that
Yeah.
where you could
Um.
pay for
Hope.
some weird service.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's some way to watch them. Uh.
Yeah.
But and then in the biggest news happened today.
Yeah.
Indiana, the Garden.
Yes.
Dude, Cal loves playing in the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his favorite thing to do. He just wants to play a game in the Garden.
Yeah.
And I think he uses that for recruiting, obviously, and just the hype and the media and getting eyes on Arkansas. Just adding another big time non conference neutral site game at the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
So what we got Michigan State neutral site, we got Arizona neutral site. Uh, Obviously we got Indiana neutral site. I feel like there's one more off the top of my head. I'm going brain dead here.
Are we
We go
playing somebody in
well,
Chicago?
we go to
Illinois.
Carolina. Yeah, we're playing somebody in Chicago. We
I
go
think
to
Illinois.
North Carolina in the ACC Challenge. So, uh, yeah. So Cal's still dominating the news circuit here as we approach August. No surprise. And then Davion Thompson, we committed 3 or 4 weeks ago, has officially announced he's reclassifying, which we knew that was probably going to happen. Um, Averaged 21 points per game at Peach Jam last week, which is Peach Jam is the elite top tier grassroots basketball circuit, and so going up against the best players in the country, averaged over 20 a game at Peach Jam. I'm not still positive where he fits in on the roster next year. Obviously, you have Jordan Smith Jr. kind of running the thing, but I feel like we went from having no depth this year to having like you say this every year, but to having like 10 or 11, you could
Mm-hmm.
comfortably play next year.
Yeah.
So hopefully that does end up being the case. Um, but yeah, so Coach Cal's got it rolling as always.
Yeah.
National Sports Podcast. Andrew, the World Cup is over.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sad?
You know, I as a diehard Argentina fan, I was really, really sad yesterday they didn't pull it out. But no, I'm just kidding.
I
I will
actually
say
watched the whole game.
that must have been a snooze fest for you. I actually watched the second half. My next door neighbor, is a huge soccer fan. And so he had a little World Cup get together with a few other big time soccer fans. And so I made my famous barbecue baked beans to take over there for the event. I didn't get them started until a little late, so I didn't get there until halftime. And I did not watch the first half until I got there. And so, surprise, surprise, it was 0-0 when I got there. So
You
I
walked
didn't
in
miss
right.
any.
You walked in right as Shakira was doing her halftime performance.
I actually got there before the performances, so I saw a little Madonna, saw a little Biebs,
Yeah,
little Ted Lasso, Shakira. Who else am I missing? Yeah, it was good.
I've already
It's
forgot.
good. So
Shakira at the young age of 49 doesn't look a day over 25.
no, I was about to say you look 25. Yeah, so no, it was good. It was good. I got enough soccer to last me another 4 years.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I'll
I was honestly just hoping for penalty kicks. Like if the World Cup
I was
final
too.
would have
Yeah,
came to
yeah.
penalty kicks, that would have been
I was too.
unbelievable.
I was too, because I was like, I wanted to see what that was about. But yeah, I had a lot of rules explained to me yesterday. Had a lot of
Yeah,
yeah.
I hated that Argentina had to play with 10, a man down. Like
Yeah, that doesn't make
what if we did that in football? What if like somebody gets ejected for targeting and you gotta play on defense with 10 the rest of the game?
there's some rules that just don't make sense to me. That was a huge one. I was like, wait, so the rest of the game they don't get to come back? Like hockey, I know, like you go to the penalty box for a little bit and you can play
You came
odd
and put a
numbers.
sub in for him. He gets ejected, you came and put in a sub.
That makes no sense to me. Like, yeah. So if there's 3 red cards, you're playing 11 on. Well, first of all, I didn't know that there was 11 guys on the field at the time. I had to ask that.
Oh, yeah, you're
They
playing
obviously
a
stole that. They
you're
obviously
playing
stole that from real
oh,
football.
of course.
Um,
Yeah, you're playing 11 on 8 if you get 3 red cards. So
yeah. So I was like, this is dumb.
my biggest gripe about soccer,
They
and
weren't even calling backcourt violations.
I
They're just
got
kicking it on the other side of the line. I was like, what's that?
your goals
Like,
that way, dude.
yeah,
Yeah. I got
I didn't
2
know you
I
could do
got
that.
2 complaints about soccer.
Okay.
Why do we have one official trying to run the whole field and see 22 players? Like, why don't we have one on each end? Would that not make sense?
Do they not?
That have that one guy just running all over all the time, nonstop, trying to
I
see
didn't know that
stuff
was.
at every
I didn't know that
angle.
was the case.
Yeah, like they got some sideline judges for like ball out of bounds and offsides, but like they got one
Why would?
guy.
First of all, we stayed for the whatever awards ceremony or
Yeah, they got
whatever.
medals.
They're handing out medals to these guys. Like, what
Yeah.
what are we doing here? And and now you're telling. I'm just learning for the first time. There's only one that's doing anything.
Yeah, the rest of them are on the sideline just standing there with the flag. Yeah.
Why do they get medals?
There's
If
one
any,
well,
if
because
anything,
if it goes out of bounds, they gotta see it.
I thought it was. I was almost at a term that was more acceptable when we were in high school, but I thought it was stupid that they were getting medals. Now it's even more stupid. But I will say now that one guy's doing all the stuff, the one guy should have got a medal, and none of the other ones should have
Right.
for that.
Right.
But it's just
All right, that's my
for every
first gripe.
time.
My
Yeah,
second
go
gripe.
go with your second one,
My
then
second
I'll
gripe. For the love of God, why can't we just stop the clock when there's something, when a player goes down, when a goal's scored? Why do we have to add this imaginary extra time onto the end, which may or may not be correct, like by a minute or here, a minute there? Like we're guessing when the game's gonna like. Why don't we just stop the clock and then
dude,
restart it when the ball's in play?
dude. It's yeah. I was watching. So my brother is as big of a soccer fan as I am, and when we went to the cabin a couple weeks ago. We were watching one of the games, and yeah, it was like in extra time, and we're like, okay, so who's determining like how much time and all the stuff? And then I was like, if there's like a break, like like somebody's like on a fast break or whatever you call it, is like, do the refs like are they like watching a stopwatch or are they being like, hold up, let's see how this plays out?
That's exactly what they do.
And I'm just like, what?
That's exactly what they do. Like, and
Dude,
they're not allowed to stop it on a corner kick. So like if time's up, the extra time is out. Like if there's any advantage for the team with the ball, they just let it go until there's no advantage. Like it's crazy. It's
dude,
crazy.
all the
Anyways,
flopping, all the like, just the other stuff. I'm like, I so every World Cup it comes up like, all right, well, and I feel like it's the same people that are complaining about America are the same people that are telling you like, dude, you gotta watch soccer. It's so cool.
yeah.
Oh, it's a global sport. It's the sport that brings the world together. Blah blah. And I'm like, all right, let me just catch 20 minutes of this game, and every time it's boring. There's some stupid rule that I learned, and it makes it even worse for me. They're like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, just be real football or be nothing.
And
Like,
now they have the VAR stuff, so the video review, and like the offside stuff is crazy. Like if there was one play, like a dude scored a goal and his shoulder was past the last defender, not his foot. He was just leaning and his shoulder was past the last defender, so they called it offsides, no goal. I'm thinking, like his shoulder, his elbow, not like his whole foot.
yeah.
I was like, man, it's
Well, and so
crazy.
yesterday, yeah, again, was the most World Cup that I'd watched the whole thing. I watched the whole second half and then the plus minutes or whatever. Um, and I was like, oh my gosh, finally a goal. Been sitting here forever, nothing happening. Finally a goal. And they took it away because the dude stepped on like a quarter of the guy's foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what are it's
Uh,
just It's like if I probably shouldn't say that. We might get canceled. But anyway, it's just
Cancel us if you can.
it's a soft.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's a soft sport. I know that they're running more than I know they're running like a decathlon out there while they're jogging around on this ball, but chasing this ball around. But I don't know. To me, it's a soft sport. I I want.
And we'll talk about it again in 2020, 2030. So
Yeah. We've already talked too much about it. We've already given it too much. Too much. So
Ryan, not Silverfield, but Fox. Ryan Fox is your British Open champion, making
yes.
a 9-footer to win it and not go to playoff holes.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a blah year for major championships. We've had Aaron Rye, Ryan Fox,
Rory.
Rory, obviously, and I don't even remember who won the other one, but who won the PGA a few weeks ago?
PGA was Aaron Rye.
Okay.
Who was the U.S.
Who won
Open?
the
U.S.
US?
Open was.
But I don't know. Anyways, I'm looking it up. But yeah, I saw a picture of it, and I was like, yeah, that's not a very I wouldn't say it's great for the sport.
Oh,
But,
Wyndham. Wyndham
oh,
won.
Wyndham, yeah, Hotel, Mr. Hotel, yeah. So, but yeah, I didn't get to watch as much as the British as I wanted to because I was on the beach Thursday, Friday, in the pool, blah 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 blah. Try not to let kids drown, but I got to watch pieces, and then Sunday I got to watch quite a bit. After we got home on Saturday, and I was going to be so mad. I've betted Cam Young to win every major this year, and I've picked him on every podcast. And if I didn't, I forgot to get my bet in on Cam Young to win the British. And if he would have won the one time I didn't bet him, like plus at 20-1 or whatever he is,
Yeah.
I was gonna be so mad.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was actually rooting for Ron Fox to make that putt, so I didn't have to live with that just heartbreak of not getting that bet in. So I can still get the bet in on Cam Young next year to win every major, and I think he's gonna win one. He's so close. So
I did feel so bad for him because he made that incredible run, shot the incredible round Sunday,
like 63 or 64,
and
yeah.
had to wait 2.5 hours to stay loose and to stay, because he's the leader. And then on 18, Ryan Fox hits that putt, and then he just has to walk off and go.
Yeah.
Like, dang it.
Did you see all the Bryson stuff?
Yes.
So for those of you that don't know or hadn't seen it, Bryson DeChambeau, obviously one of the bigger personalities in golf, one of the more controversial personalities in golf, hit it in the tall stuff. We're talking hip high stuff, fescue tall, and goes to walk to his ball, and a judge comes back and deems that he was matting down the grass to get a better.
After the round, mind you.
Yeah, after the round to get a better
which would have put him
shot.
in either tied for second or standalone second after day 2 or 3. 3?
Yeah, day 2.
Yeah.
Day 2. And he obviously threw a massive fit, like one for the ages. He took him back out there after the round, had like 4 of them, and he was just going crazy, showing him what he was doing, like what is he supposed to do. Anyways,
apparently threatened to not play the weekend.
Threatening to leave, yeah. And what did you see? Did you see any intentional matting down of the tall grass to get a better lie? Or do you think he was legit just standing and lining up his ball?
Look, I mean, so they interviewed a lot of the players
They
about it.
did. And it was pretty split.
Yeah. Rory having the stupidest interview of all. Just crybaby Rory. But most of the interviews that I saw, like Max Homa, Scotty Scheffler, some of the other ones were like, Dude, I've played a lot of golf with Bryson. I've never seen him cheat, never known him to be a cheater, anything like that. Like, respects the game, all that stuff. They're like, you know, didn't really see anything that overly said cheating. Um, but I'm just like, whether he did or didn't, as much as I love golf and respect the game of golf and the rules and the etiquette and all that stuff, I was like, dude, we do have some just stupid things.
Yeah.
Like if I could change anything about golf, it would be like, come on, what are we doing here? And who determines that that's 2 strokes worth of, like, I don't know. I just because a moment like that, whether you like Bryson or don't, that probably, I mean, that affects your mindset, your strategy for the rest of the weekend, all that. I mean, all that stuff. You would have been in second place, and then you dropped to whatever place that put him in. He would have been at 7 under. They dropped him to 5 under. And I think he finished at 4 or 5 under for the tournament. So I don't know. It's just, to me, it's stupid. I think stuff like that.
Did you see the memes of like saying like DeChambeau threatens to get Trump involved to overturn because he overturned the red card in the World
Yeah,
Cup.
I didn't see that.
It was pretty.
No, it's good.
It was pretty funny,
But he did make, so I mean, I personally, I don't have a problem with Bryson. I like
we
Bryson.
I think a lot of us used to not like Bryson. Now we all like Bryson.
Yeah. I think he's good for growing the game and all that stuff. But apparently he did make a joke. He hit it in the tall stuff on like Sunday and went over there and acted like he was weed eating the
Oh
the
Lord,
grass down.
I miss that.
And I'm like, that's pretty good. If
Yeah,
you can have fun with it after a terrible
yeah.
Friday ruling,
A
then
lot of the old heads hate Bryson just because he's really gotten into this YouTube thing. He's really got this huge YouTube page and
yeah.
personality and
Well, like the
very
Golf Channel
active.
guys hate anybody that went to live. They will
Yeah,
never talk good about anybody that went to live,
yeah,
but especially
yeah,
Bryson because
yeah,
he not only went to live but does all the YouTube stuff like you're saying. Yeah.
yeah,
So like, but you'll never get the Golf Channel guys to talk good about Bryson or any of the guys that went to live.
yeah. Yep, I agree. So, anyways, golf is for the most part the exciting stuff. There's still got the FedEx Cup and all that, but that
FedEx is
was
really really all you got left. All the signature events are done.
yep, all the
All the
majors are over. So coming to an end, the golf world. Anyways, that's going to wrap us up here for this week's episode of the Never Yield Pod. We will be back next week with all the reaction from the SEC Media Days, and we will start digging into this roster come August and the players' names you need to know and who we expect to contribute and have big years. That's what we're here for on the Never Yield Pod, is to give you guys the best knowledge we can when it comes to Arkansas Razorback sports. So um, we will do the best we can. Andrew, final words, take us home.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, let's have a good media days. Don't embarrass us. Let's instill some confidence, and yeah, stay classy. Never yield. Go Hogs.
Whoopig.